And I will code what I really want to say to Donald Trump. It's 2 words. It begins with F and it ends with U.
You might remember former Mayor Lori Lightfoot had very public clashes with Donald Trump while in office.
But tonight, Lightfoot is revealing how surprisingly different Trump acted in private conversations with him.
As I continue my wide-ranging interview with Lightfoot, she also gets personal about whether she has any regrets and what she really thinks of the media.
Let's talk about civility in politics. What, if anything, that you think needs to be changed in terms of the rhetoric?
Look, the rhetoric is too heated. It's too personal. And we cannot create an atmosphere where we are giving tacit approval to violence. We should argue forcefully on the issues. We've got to get back to our democracy, because win or lose in November, we need to carry on as a nation. You can't get there if we are, at least through words alone, engaged in a constant civil war.
Former President Trump mentioned Chicago many times, mentioned the leadership in Chicago, and you've had responses. You know, when you talk about the discourse, and those exchanges got pretty heated.
Yes, they did. And I will code what I really want to say to Donald Trump. It's 2 words. It begins with F and it ends with U.
Take me back to that. Look, and what your thoughts are on
look,
it.
With the benefit of hindsight, I wish they had not gotten so heated. I wish, frankly, the president hadn't decided to make me and a lot of other black mayors across the country the target of his really unnecessary and nasty rhetoric. You can't ignore that as a leader of a city. You have to defend not so much yourself, but you have to defend your city. I'm hoping that doesn't become part of the mantra this time around, that there's a focus on the issues.
Is there any regret in the way that you responded?
Well, you know, look, I don't like to live my life with regret. When you have the benefit of hindsight and you're not in the moment, there are always times when you think, well, I could have done that a little bit differently. He's a very schizophrenic guy. I mean, I had personal phone calls with him where he was a completely different person than what he was on his social media and in speeches. Very, very different. Very complimentary. Totally different person.
I know when we're the ones interviewing you as a public official, you know, the questions can get heated, the responses can get heated.
Yeah.
They say that it's your way or the highway, and there's a lack of collaboration.
Well, if that were true, Dana, you couldn't get it done.
Has there been any shift on how you see the way that we do our jobs?
I believe very, very strongly that the media plays an absolutely essential role in our democracy. So what I hope is that we will continue to challenge each other to get the story right. And frankly, to hold elected officials accountable as you all held me accountable.
We invited you to be our analyst here. And I think few of us were surprised, Mayor, that you took us up on that offer. Why did you agree?
Well, I agreed because I thought it was an interesting moment in our history. I agreed because I care a lot about our country. I care a lot about my city. And I wanted to have my voice be a part of the discussion, certainly as we're heading into, I think, one of the most consequential elections of our time. I gave it a lot of thought. It wasn't without hesitation because I'm not interested in running again for elected office.
You said never again running for public office. Is that a hard never, or could you see any scenario where you would return in some form?
Well, I don't see that happening. You know, my people tell me never say never, but I don't see that happening. My time was there. I enjoyed it. I felt like we did a lot of good work. My season for being an elected official has come and gone, but I'm always going to be active and engaged in my community.
While that season is come and gone, she will be right there at the DNC with us, providing political analysis throughout the convention, of course.
It feels like she's been released of, you know, whatever sort of defense mechanism there might have been there when she was in office, and now removed, she has the liberty of looking back and has a new perspective and sort of outlook and willing to share, I guess, what she learned during that time.
You know what was also interesting? Unfortunately, she had deaths in the family, including her mother and others just within this past year. She mentioned that Kamala Harris actually reached out to her to offer her condolences. But I also think that she has different perspective on what her values are now. She's talking about how she wants to really spend more time with her family. So that never, Joe, seems hard for now as she has other commitments and reflecting in a different way.
Yeah, well, we'll have her all next week with us, and we hope you join us because CBS News Chicago is your convention headquarters. Irika and I will be live at United Center beginning Sunday for our continuing coverage.